It's Bogdan Smithee, here again, still trapped in the mine with my good friend Tom McDonald.
We're not friends.
My begrudging companion who will someday relent being my friend, Tom McDonald.
You do realize nobody's ever going to watch all these phone videos of yours.
They've been leaving us food and water. Eventually they're bound to dig us out, right?
It's been months. I think our company went bankrupt and we're just getting automated deliveries. Probably an Amazon drone.
I think Philip K. Dick wrote a story about that scenario. Okay, what should we watch today?
I'm in the mood for some science fiction, but none of that Flash Gordon stuff. Something from the 80s.
Here's one. It says it stars Leonard Nimoy. Should be interesting.
What's it called?
Magnabox, apparently.
That's a company. Bogdan, you picked us a goddamn infomercial to watch.
You can't tell me Magnavision isn't sci-fi. It's gotta be some sort of magnetic supervision, right?
It's an object nobody under 40 can identify.
A repository of all the world's disco music? Quick, smash it! This is one hell of a fast-paced movie.
It's not a movie, Bogdan.
But these have to be opening credits. They keep showing names.
Who do you think competitive swimming plays this time?
Maybe it's 1,000 different films that got caught in the blender.
Let's make a movie about an airport where the planes are covered in graffiti that gets hit by an earthquake.
I don't feel well. I think I'm getting movie sick.
Hang on, it's bound to slow down soon.
Overload!
Bogdan's head exploded. Brain matter everywhere. Well, I'd better finish watching this. It's what he would have wanted.
I came back to life in an utterly contrived way. Just like Spock.
Yes,
it must be the power of Nimoy.
I'm Leonard Nimoy.
Shouldn't they have hired Anthony Daniels to interpret beep language?
Yeah, Nimoy should have to mind meld with it.
Interesting. A record player that produces beautiful sound and pictures through my TV. What is it called?
A read-only VCR?
Magnavision. Gourmet video for people who know and love video.
Really convincing read there,
The system
Leonard.
consists of this Magnavision optical video disc player,
The Rock is irritated that he
a
keeps reading
LaserDisc
it.
video disc, and my TV.
And a tricorder.
This single wire. By connecting this wire to the antenna input on the TV set, the player becomes operable.
If not, try reversing the polarity.
At first glance, this player, excuse me,
Forget the
Magnavision,
player.
gives the
Where can I
appearance
buy
of
the
a highly
Rock?
stylized record player. However, I notice the absence of a stylus or needle. An optical laser scanner.
Warning, do not look at optical
And
laser
Magnavision
scanner
was
with
the
remaining
first
eye.
consumer product in our galaxy to use it. Now that is an entirely new dimension in entertainment.
Any other random
Inside this
sci-fi
small
words I
area,
can wedge
a
in for
low-power
you,
laser
fanboys?
beam projects, moving from the inside out. The opposite movement of a record player.
If it's the opposite of playing a record, it must be full of satanic messages.
And laser vision discs are played from the underside.
Underside,
Interesting.
underworld,
The
hell.
encoded information on this disc is read by a laser beam.
Another missed
That
opportunity to
means that the
make him
picture and
say
sound quality
fascinating.
must be far superior to videotape reproduction.
And lasers are cooler than magnets.
I understand. If nothing touches the disc surface, there's virtually no wear-out factor, and therefore it will play equally well time after time.
Alas, it won't remain equally
Obviously,
interesting
scratches
time
won't
after
affect this
time.
coated surface, and normal wear and tear should have no bearing on the quality. It does seem well constructed.
Makes a great frisbee.
Uniquely so. Yes, I would be extremely interested in exploring Magnavision's extraordinary capabilities.
Maybe even
May we
fascinating.
start? Thank you. Interesting control panel. Still frame. Slow motion.
Ladies and
Play.
gentlemen, I
All
present
with
the
forward
world's
and reverse.
shiniest fingernail.
Fast forward. 2 audio channels. Reverse and forward search. And index.
Turns out it makes these annoying beeps all the time in normal operation. That's why it never caught on.
54,000 frames such as this one on each side of a disc.
which at
And
60
I can actually
FPS
view
would
each frame
be
individually.
15 minutes.
Incredible. I can study the techniques of the masters, one versus the other, by going
We
backward
could
or
just
forward
make this more
with this
portable.
still frame
It'd be a
control,
book.
frame by frame or painting by painting, and study them for as long as I want.
Which is
Are
about
discs
10
such
seconds.
as this one
to
available
doubling.
right now? Really? A complete library of programming? Like the art of swimming, hitting a
They
golf
seriously
or
believe
learning to
that was
play
the
better
most
tennis.
in-demand content to
ball? Now
lead with?
that is an incredible instrument for study and entertainment. Continue, please.
Other products badly translate their instructions from Japanese,
understand.
but
With these
Magnavision
slow
gives
motion
them to you
forward and
in
reverse
pure machine
keys,
code
and with this
beats.
slide, I can vary the rate of speed in both directions from very slow to near normal speed.
But only near
That way,
normal.
I can see the
Actual
action
normal's
forward
coming
or
next year.
backward at any speed I choose. Show me more.
That's right. Let the brainwashing sink in. You belong to the rock now.
These stunning graphics sure highlight the incredible resolution of Magnavision.
It's too bad nobody had invented the idea of making music videos interesting yet.
When there's a favorite scene or song, the fast-forward control can find it quickly by advancing at 3 times normal speed.
Coincidentally, I was just thinking how much I'd like to fast forward.
No can do with our film projector. We should have gotten some
An
LaserDisc.
index? Oh, I see.
I'm half expecting it to print out an index card.
All I have to do is write that number down, and I can locate a particular scene on any disc almost instantaneously.
Worse,
Now
have
that
to
really
fill
is
your own
helpful.
index card.
And by using these search buttons, the laser beam can actually scan one side of a disc in about 25 seconds.
Wait, how do I input the index number?
And it will display images
Just
so I
be
know
bad
where
at
I
machine
am.
code.
Concerts and many other discs are programmed with automatic chapter stops.
Fascinating.
Well, then pressing search will take me to the beginning of the next segment.
So the search button skips to the next chapter.
I'll bet there's a next chapter button that searches.
Well, it does seem they've thought of everything. But wouldn't it be wonderful if it also had stereo sound? Oh. I see. They do have stereophonic sound.
Imagine stereo
But how
beeping.
can that be possible, with most television sets today having single speakers? 2 channels of sound. And all it takes are standard cables connected to my own stereo system.
Cables not
might have
included,
known.
stereo system not included,
This is
television
amazing.
not included,
This allows me to hear a
summer restrictions
concert
by
in stereo while actually watching the performance.
If you change your mind, I'm the first in line. Honey, I'm
They've all got a
still
severe
free.
case of
Take
80s
a chance
hair.
on me. If you need me, let me know. Gonna be around. If you got no place to go when you're feeling down.
It was an odd choice to turn THX 1138 into a musical.
Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. Gonna do my very best, and it ain't no lie.
I hope this isn't really your best.
Take a chance on LaserDisc. Someday it'll be as big as Betamax. The Rock disapproves.
Fascinating. Now, let
Finally,
me see if I
said it.
understand you.
Whew.
What you're saying is that each disc carries 2 separate audio tracks, and each one can have totally different messages on them.
You could listen to people riff the movie
The
while
rest is
watching the
obvious.
movie.
With the
No
proper
demand for
disc,
that,
I can
sorry.
actually learn a foreign language. I could watch it in English with Channel 1, go back and hear the actors speaking the same line in another language on Channel
That's
2.
definitely how people
What a
learn
marvelous learning
languages.
tool. And by using the 2 channels of sound with this NFL How to Watch Pro Football
I learned how to
disc,
master a
I can
task
watch
couch
goal line
potatoes have
stand
excelled
and
at for
listen to the
decades.
philosophies of 2 different coaches. On the one hand, I can hear the point of view of the offensive coach. Then I can listen to how the defensive coach approaches the same situation. On one track, I can listen to the offensive coach.
Why listen
When
to
you
an
attack the
offensive
middle,
coach?
you're just hitting
Guy
in there in the
probably
most
spews
direct
racist
manner you
tirades.
possibly can.
And the defensive coach
trying to
takes
outmuscle
everything
an
too
opponent.
personally.
So you take the most conservative, inch-forward type of approach that you can get.
Then, by going back and switching channels, I can listen to the defensive coach.
First thing that has to happen on a goal line defense is that the defensive linemen and the linebackers get good penetration.
Whoa!
They have to get down into the inside gaps. They have to get penetration.
They wanted to let people
so that
know
the
you
back
can
that
watch
has the
porn on
football
LaserDisc,
can't
but the
leap and
FCC
hurdle
wouldn't let them
the
say it
line.
directly.
Is all this exciting programming available now?
What's
Really?
that? You say
Super
everybody
concerts
decided
by
to just
top
release
entertainers,
VHS instead?
Blockbuster films, both current and vintage, cooking lessons, documentaries, how to do a tennis, golf, swimming, and crafts, cartoons, the arts, NFL football, interactive discs,
Star Trek is conspicuously
and
absent from
more.
the list.
and far less expensive than pre-recorded videotape.
And the player is only
And sophisticated
$1,000?
new LaserVision programming is coming soon.
Still waiting on that.
Just
Well,
like our rescue. Never give
Home
up hope.
entertainment has never seen the likes of this before.
Leonard Nimoy talking to a glowing rock? I guess we haven't seen that before.
Actually, Season 1, Episode 25,
So
The
there you
Devil
have
in the
it.
Dark.
Gourmet video for people who know and love video. Magnavision. Another bright idea from Magnavox.
In contrast with the mustache, which wasn't a bright idea.
Well, I'm sold. Let's update this crummy old film projector to LaserDisc.
I don't know. I'm still concerned about all the annoying beeps it makes, and the interface only being intelligible to Vulcans.
Unauthorized duplication of this disc. Wait, they distributed this infomercial on LaserDisc.
Yeah, sadly nobody who hadn't already bought one could see it, so the format flopped. Seems like an obvious mistake in hindsight. Almost as glaring as scaring people away by making them think it'll educate them.
We just watched it on film reel.
This was one of those unauthorized copies they were talking about.
So we just broke the law? Why didn't you tell me that earlier?
Relax. It's just a ploy to get us rescued. Everyone else up there may ignore us, but Magnavox copyright lawyers will find us and extract us.
Oh, when you put it like that, I suppose it'll be worth paying the fine.
So, anyway, you just kept watching that when I died?
It's what you would have wanted.
I might have wanted CPR.
It's hard to do CPR on an exploded head.
Could have tried.
Would you mind wiping up your brain matter? It's got all over everything.
Goodbye for now, viewers. Watch for the special edition LaserDisc version of this episode.